I reviewed some of your Faceless YouTube channels and most of you are making the same mistakes that are killing your growth before people even click. Now you're probably wondering, why should I listen to this kid with a weird accent? And that is a fair question, but I have built over 10 Faceless channels and I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this, and this is just one of the lifetime of one of my Faceless channels. This is another one that was actually monetized like 2 weeks ago, and as you can see, it has already pulled in nearly $8,000 just from ad revenue alone. And that's not even counting the affiliate sales. So in this video, I'll break down exactly what these channels are doing wrong, how to fix it to start making thousands of dollars a month, and the structure that actually makes Faceless channels blow up. Because if you don't fix these things, then your channel will never take off. Okay, Famous Faces, recently new channel, started 6 months ago, and the first thing I noticed is that you aren't in a specific niche. It's very important to niche down. You need to pick a lane and a sub niche, and what worked best for you, if you go to popular, is compilations of celebrities. For instance, when celebrities finally meet their celebrity crush. So what I would do is double down on that, and you have done a pretty good job in this video in particular, but when you actually double down, I wouldn't say that you did it good enough. Okay, so this is the video he doubled down, and first of all, just from a thumbnail and title aspect, the thumbnail is not clear and concise enough. She is like very in the end to the right for some reason, and then you have the line in the middle. I wouldn't have that because you want them sitting next to each other. Like you want them very close to kind of have that tension, and you can see this work very well across your competitors. They do that. The thumbnail from them, like this one, is just the same picture with Taylor Swift instead of the other woman here. Not only is it designed better, it also replaces the other woman. I'm not quite sure who this is. And it replaces it with Taylor Swift, arguably the most famous woman in the world. So just of that, this video, as you can see, just got the crazy amount of views, mostly because of her status and the fact that people get very curious. Like they're asking themselves the question just looking at the thumbnail, like, Taylor Swift have a crush on Michael B. Jordan? Like, I have to click and find out. So you want to create this curiosity gap, and you're not creating the same here, because most people, when they click on YouTube and this title pops up, then like they won't be that interested. Most people don't even know who that girl is. And remember, there are hundreds of videos on YouTube on the homepage, and the potential viewer will give you max 1 second of looking at your thumbnail before moving on to the next one, because there's just such endless supply on YouTube for videos for them to watch. And if you can't capture attention with making clear and concise thumbnails that aren't cluttered and actually create interest, then they won't click. And also another mistake that you're doing, and I just see a lot of people actually doing, is just randomly adding text that adds basically nothing. And you did this specifically in the double down video. You just added like a news headline where she says, "Oh my god, it's really him." First of all, why would that be on the news? Also, you had this kind of live icon that really adds nothing to it. The video isn't live. There's no reason for it to have it unless it's like a very news. You have a news anchor who says something breaking news. Other than that, it's just clutter. Also, the title needs improvement. You have included finally in like the middle of the sentence for some reason, and that is a bit useless and doesn't really add anything. Unless it kind of adds context or creates intrigue, then there is no need to actually add it to your title. You want to only add what is essential. And you can see that in your competitors. They just go straight to the point in their packaging. So title and thumbnail, you don't see any type of fluff here. Visually, you just have Taylor Swift blushing sitting next to Michael B. Jordan, and that's basically the thumbnail, and it just grabs attention from the viewer, because as humans, we are very attracted to faces, and we are very good at recognizing faces in things, and that's kind of why, for instance, we see faces in trees and such. And we're especially good at kind of picking them out from the crowd if they have emotions. Like, as you can see here, Taylor Swift is blushing, sitting close to Michael B. Jordan, who's kind of trying to have like a straight face. And it also creates a lot of interest. Like the viewer will instantly see, oh, that is Taylor Swift blushing, sitting close to Michael B. Jordan. Like, what is going on here? And the last thing is that it will hook the viewer in with the title. Basically, the title is just very clear and concise: when celebrities meet their celebrity crush. Straight to the point, and that would just hook the viewer in and click on it. So just making the packaging as, what I mean by packaging is title and thumbnail, and just making that as effective as possible. It's just so important, because you don't get a lot of time before someone decides not to watch your video or watch your video. If no one clicks on it, like you can have the best video in the world and it won't get views if you can't actually make a good packaging. So that will really be my advice for this channel. Just a few more points on this channel is that the thumbnails are pretty low quality. Like this one was your second most viewed one with almost 1,000 views, and as you can see, it's just super low quality. I'm guessing you're just copying others and adding like a small spin to it. Like you basically just took this thumbnail and you added some a bit different text and you added like the color. So just fix that, get higher quality shots, but also try coming up with some original concepts. And I don't mean video ideas, but kind of spins on the video. Because as I said, your second most video is just a very low quality copy of this video right here with 28 million views. Like if you want to get views on YouTube and you actually want to build a sustainable business, that's not really the way to do it. You want to take the video idea like you did, but you want to have a spin on it. So you don't want to have the exact same scenario with Matthew McConaughey, like stunning this reporter, calling her stupid or whatever. Like you want to kind of create a new concept on that. Also, another point from the video aspect of itself is that when you have a thumbnail like this, which you most do with video, you want to deliver on the promise, because people clicked expecting Jennifer Lawrence to crush over Johnny Depp. So you want to show that in your video, preferably in the hook, and you haven't really done that. You haven't even had it inside your video at all. So you're basically just clickbaiting them. And if you want to build an audience, then that will be very hard, because your potential viewers will see, oh, Famous Faces posted a new video. Let's say it was Leonardo DiCaprio telling a reporter to shut up. And if your video before that didn't deliver on the promise, then you won't get a lot of returning viewers, which is a very bad signal to YouTube. Also, I would recommend just making longer videos. If your competitors are doing like 14, 20-minute videos like they are, like you can't really get away with doing close to 8-minute videos. Like that's not good enough. You have to match it or exceed it if you're fairly new in the niche. Next up, we have Starburst. This one is very interesting, and I definitely think this channel could be making thousands of dollars a month if they actually follow what I'm about to talk about. Yeah, first off, as you can see, if you were paying attention to the last one, their niche is just too broad. It's spread all around the place. You have like UK patriots, like against immigration and such. Then you have also royal family content. You have talking about Charlie Kirk. You have like people shouting at the royal guards. Like it's just too scattered, and there is no way you can build a niche or build a channel where you keep doing this. And this is generally just such a common mistake I see, and it's sad because a lot of people will just post scattered content like this and give up after a month and then think YouTube is a scam because you didn't get any views. And that is not the case. You're just getting the wrong type of information. So the first step you need to do is just pick a niche. Now, from what I'm seeing, you clearly have the most type of royal content where you're focusing on the royal family out of the few videos that you have posted. So if you're going to go down that route, then I definitely would consider doing the royal family instead of doing like conservative UK patriots, like anti-immigration stuff, because that is just very political. It's just too risky to actually get that monetized. So the advice I would give you is just consider creating a new channel, just making it about the royal family. Of course, do your own research and check if that niche is actually worth going into. You can use my niche model inside the free school community as a guideline to that. I just break down what is a good niche, how to actually find niches, how to find viral video ideas. So just check that out. Link is in the description to that, 100% for free. But for you, Starburst, a channel a bit like this is something that you can definitely do, where you just take the royal aspect and you start making good videos that deliver on the promise as I talked about. Because what I've seen is that there is a high demand for just making videos around the royal family, like information like this is how dramatic the last 24 hours of the queen really were, kind of having some Diana, Princess Diana rumors and such, and kind of what happened to her, like conspiracy theories, etc. Like the most I've seen about the royal family is just these crazy clickbait videos, like basically just saying that King Charles has died, or just crazy news that aren't true. And although some of these channels get a lot of views, there is no long-term future for this channel, because again, why would you click on something if you know it won't deliver on the promise? Like you won't build a sustainable brand with this type of content. As you can see, just 5 minutes ago, Palace confirms heartbreaking news about King Charles, the end of Charles. Like this channel will plummet in a few months. I can pretty much guarantee that if they don't switch up this type of content, because viewer satisfaction is something that YouTube these last few years have been prioritizing a lot. Instead instead of before when it was almost just down to watch time, how many people watched the video, like how long they watched the video. That kind of switched to more valuing if the viewer was satisfied from that video and if they kept returning to YouTube to watch more of that type of content. And if you just make this clickbaity stuff, you might get views, but you won't last. So exploring this type of niche is definitely something you can do, and I could see as a possibility. Basically just taking the clickbait aspects that you can see from this royal family. They're pretty good at making these type of pictures, as you can see, or just basically having a twist where what you're talking about and what you are showing in the packaging actually happened. Like I said, like this is how dramatic the last 24 hours of the Queen really were. That was a very big outlier on this channel to just make a bit generic content about celebrities. You can just see that there is definitely a proof of demand here. Also, you want to just focus more on brand consistency. Like this is all scattered around the place. You have this breaking stuff here, and then you have like a before and after. Like if you are subscribed to this channel and on the homepage you see one of your videos, like it's very hard unless you actually see, okay, this video was made by Starburst, that is a video from you. And if someone really liked this type of content here and this popped up the next day, I don't know, it's hard for them to actually see that is from you, especially when you think about how many videos on YouTube homepage and how small of a time each individual viewer actually spend looking at thumbnails. It's like less than 1 second before actually moving on. So you want to just have brand consistency, something like these people are doing, something like these. You can see the FK by latest. As you can see, it's very similar with the like colors, the text, the effects, all of it. So it's kind of easy to see that this is from Signal Discovery. Also, you want to do longer videos as well. I would give that as a tip to you too. As you can see, your main competitors are doing, or this is one of the competitors, I'm not sure if this is bigger channel in the royal kind of niche, but like they're doing, well, sort of actually, they're doing like, you don't need to do this amount of volume, but as you can see, they're doing 40-minute videos, over 30-minute videos. So you have to match or exceed that to actually get a lot of the market share. But again, you definitely have that edge where you can build an audience just focusing on the royal family because you're actually talking about real stuff if you're kind of having this type of content. Mr. Nice Guy is the next one, and if you have been paying attention, you will know one aspect why they don't get a lot of views. First off, it's just the packaging. Like there's just too much going on, too many elements at one time. I usually, when I make thumbnails and I make concepts, I like to keep it to 3 elements at once in the thumbnail. Now, this does not say that if you have more than 3 elements, you won't get views, but I like to keep that as kind of a template so that I can make my thumbnails as effective as possible. As an example, I will show this video, and it's by Ryan Trahan. It has 25 million views, and as you can see, you have 3 elements here. You have himself, you have a bold text with a number. That is usually a great thing to actually capture attention if you have like a $sign or if you have numbers, etc. Because we're so used to just looking at words basically, and when you kind of see a number, it kind of captures your attention. Like if you're reading a book and then you see a number or you see like a $sign, and I don't know, it kind of captures your attention. So that is one aspect, and yeah, those are 2, the face, the text, and then you also have the penny. So that's 3 elements, and they just all capture attention. It's very, with the grass as well, it's very like colorful, it's very well designed, it's simple, it's effective, it's a big text, so it just captures attention. It creates intrigue with him in his face and just having an emotion on that. And also you have the title, I survived on Sell Like a Penny for 1 week, and yeah, you can just see it did very well by the amount of views, because you just captured attention, you created intrigue with the thumbnail, and you just hooked the viewer in with the title. And on this channel, you just have too much going on. First of all, 3 arrows. I don't know what you're pointing to here, and you have like 4 emojis. I haven't really even bothered to trying to understand the thumbnails because there is no reason for me to do it, because like no viewer will do. They won't give you this much time trying to just see through everything. Like there are like 3 arrows here, insane courtroom chaos, and then you read the must-see moment. And then there is also this guy in the background. I don't know if you can see that. There is a red circle over his hand. Like there's just way too much going on here. So like this is something you definitely need to clean up. First of all, you need to pick a niche. Like you're making prisoners exposes cops medical negligence. I can't even say that word. And then I have like Pharaoh, boring history for sleep story. Like you need to pick a niche, and you have kind of like these last 2 videos. You're talking about insane courtroom chaos. So first of all, you need to pick a explain. So if you're going to do insane courtroom chaos, then you need to do some research on that. Again, you can go to my school community, link in the description, and just learn how to actually, what is a good niche, how to actually find them. But if you're going to do courtroom kind of videos, then you would look at the video like, or a channel like this, for instance. And here you can just see they have very brand consistency, as I talked about, but they also have very few elements. They don't have 50 arrows or 40 emojis in their video. They just basically have like three elements at most. You can see just one aspect. These are very crazy thumbnails if you can't tell. But yeah, just something like this, very simple, straight to the point. It creates intrigue, it captures attention with its bold colors, with the kind of like inmate suit, whatever. And as you see here, he doesn't add text where it's not needed. He doesn't have like this must-see moment. You won't believe what happens next. Get out. Like very few of these videos actually have text in them. Like their second most video they have like, and this is more of the video, so it's not like text added. But as you can see, just very clear and concise and straight to the point. They don't have these very long videos. They just basically follow the formula that I talked about. Just capturing attention in the thumbnail with very clear and concise just design, having some interest. You know, you want to make sure that it creates interest and intrigue in the potential viewer. So just those two elements, and then you just want to hook them in with the title. So yeah, this one for instance, this will just capture your attention straight away. It will create a lot of interest. Like, why is this KK member in court? What has he done? Who is he pulling the middle finger to? Like, why is he wearing that suit in the courtroom? Is this a real thing? And then you kind of have the title to hook them in. So KKK members reacting to life sentences. So these are just doing a great job on that. So definitely take inspiration from these people if you're going to do those kind of courtroom stuff. But again, don't straight copy their thumbnails. Don't like copy this one and switch the two. So like this boy is on the left side and the girl is on the right. Be a bit more original than that, please. Also, yeah, just change the channel name. I talked about brand consistency. I'm not sure why your channel is called Mr. Nice Guy when your niche is this, talking about the courtroom chaos. So just also take that into consideration, and also just make longer videos as well. I think I've said this for all channels, but like 8 minutes is not gonna cut it. Some are under 8 minutes as well, so you're not gonna get mid-roll ads. But like, as you can see, your main competitor, if you're gonna do courtroom stuff, this guy's doing like over half an hour, sometimes an hour of videos. Like 8 minutes won't really cut it. So start making longer videos. Also, just stay consistent. I haven't said this today, but just posting regularly and keep on improving 1% each time. That's really the key to success on YouTube. Just being consistent, keep learning and keep improving, and you will get there one day. I truly believe that, and I'm of course here to help. Okay, next channel here we have Dreamland Express, it's called, and they have actually gotten a bit of success already. Like, pretty good job on this video here that got 28,000 views. First of all, it was a very effective thumbnail on that video. If you don't know, it's around a singer who got arrested for allegedly, I don't know how much I can say on YouTube, but like getting taken off, but like he was dismembering his girlfriend, something like that, and then it being found in his car days later. I'm not too sure really, but yeah, that's a reason why you would click on this video, to learn more about that. But as you can see, he did a very good job. He like followed the 3-element rule. You basically had the singer with his face, some characteristics like his tattoo in the middle of his face, I guess, and he has like an emotion in his face. He looks upset, and then the text adds context and it adds curiosity, saying that like David basically said, it wasn't me, I didn't do it, whatever. And then you have also a picture of the crime scene. So basically just have 3 elements, just very clear and concise. So this just captures attention, as we said. Could have done a bit better, of course, just like make the text bigger or whatever, but it does a pretty good job, and it just creates intrigue, and then the title hooks the viewer in. So good job on that, and that's why this video did fairly well. Of course, always room for improvement for myself as well, but other than that, you have a bit too much of scattered content, and you aren't really following the grabbing attention and creating interest in your other videos. Like, some of these are just straight up confusing. David and the Blood Moon, Fact or Fiction, Blood Moon Sacrifice, and then you have, I'm guessing that's the girl who was found dismembered in like a bag, and then you have a moon. I'm not really sure what that is about, but like, you don't really have that interest and intrigue. Like, you have added the face, but it doesn't really add anything, and that's a mistake a lot of people do. They just add faces for the sake of it because they see a lot of other people doing it, and that can actually hurt your video if you just add a face without it actually adding any intrigue or interest or whatever, because then you're just taking away from the potential you could use that add space for if you didn't have that face. Like what text could you have, what picture could you have, etc. So having faces in your thumbnail is not always the best idea. You want to have something that creates interest and creates intrigue and captures attention, which you have done in this one, but you didn't really do it this one. And like the rest are clearly ChatGPT images, like they're not really that well made. Like even in this, you added the picture, but remember on YouTube, thumbnails are so small, like you can't really see small details like that when you have that small picture in it. And like your second most video, Drake's Passage, you could have created a lot more interest and grabbed attention, and it doesn't really have to be complicated in the packaging making process. Like this was literally a channel I found right now that is in your niche, and they do this very well. And as you can see, they don't have a design expert on here to do this. That I could have basically made this in Canva in give me like 5 minutes, and I could have made a pretty similar thumbnail. So as I mentioned previously, just come up with better video ideas and packaging. Like that is going to be the most important part for most of the channels I reviewed now. Of course, have a video that delivers on a promise that the packaging actually talks about and adds value, but ideation and packaging will be the main drivers towards success for all of these channels that I just reviewed. So yeah, just pick a lane. I'm not sure what you're doing exactly with these newer ones, like you're collabing with someone. I'm not really sure, but again, you would just want to pick a niche. This is way too broad, so just work on that. I would explore the David niche a bit more, not like talking about him, that's your whole channel, but like having music drama maybe, and kind of combining evergreen with trendy content could 100% work. Like talking about Tupac, what happened to him, Biggie, whatever. And that is something that you could definitely do, and that can make you thousands of dollars a month. If you want more channel reviews, then first of all, like this video and I will do more. Now, if you want your channel to actually be reviewed, make sure you join the free school community. And when I do the next one, I'll basically make a post like this one, just saying DM me your channel link, but only a few will actually be able to feature in the next video. And I will only look at those people who actually commented on the school post. So there is no point in DMing me your channel link without having commented first. So join the free school, turn on notifications. You also get access to the free masterclass as I talked about, and just tons of value in here. Just all of these courses for free, tools, resources, niche list that are out there regularly, videos and case studies. So there's basically no point of you not joining. It's completely free. Now, if you want a personalized channel review, kind of a bit more in detail, where I only review that video or that channel to you and I don't share it like this one, because all of you watching this could basically go into the niches I talked about and copy that and kind of be a competitor. If that is a concern to you and you want to avoid the competition, then join the free VIP community and DM me there. You will also get access to like the full Faceless YouTube masterclass and just tons of different stuff. So just check that out. It's currently $99 a month. I am considering, because I want to celebrate us hitting 1,000 subscribers, that it's going to go down a bit, maybe like $50 a month. I will give more on an update of that in the free school community. And yeah, just also thank you so much for 1,000 members in the free school community. I'm so excited for the future of this community, and I'm so excited to see all of you joining and just starting your journey with Faceless YouTube. Like I can't think of a better business model to start in right now. So if you are considering starting Faceless YouTube, just join and I will start giving away as much value for free as possible. Like there is no reason for you to not start. So if you're just considering starting, just join and you will just get a tons of value for free. So there's literally no reason for you not to start. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Peace.